Well, how's everybody doing today? It is Monday morning. I've got Junior working with me today. We're going to clean up the corn planter. We're down to the lagoon right now. We're parked on the ramp. We've got the front tank on the planter. We've got that drained. We ended up draining that. A little bit of fertilizer that was in it into the lagoon here, and we're going to rinse that tank out with a little bit of water that's left in this 300-gallon tank on the Army trailer right now. And then we're going to vacuum out the hoppers, vacuum out the seed corn that's left in the hoppers. Then we're going to pull it over to the pressure washer, and Junior's going to wash it for me. So he's going to get this trash pump started up. Then we're going to rinse that. We're going to rinse that tank out. This year we had a heck of a time getting started. I left the fertilizer in it from last year through the winter. I've done that before and haven't had trouble with that like that before. So we're going to get ahead of the game. We're going to rinse that tank out and let it sit empty through the winter, and we'll just run a little bit of antifreeze into the pump, the Little John pump, and then we'll let the antifreeze sit in that pump through the winter. Go ahead, fire it up, buddy. Look at that. I don't know, you guys missed that. He got it first pull. I didn't have the camera on him. So, he got that first pull. You know, it doesn't want to run too good. Here. She likes running half stroke. Alright, so we're going to clean this out. We'll get it up to the pressure washer. Alright, me and Andrew are getting after it here. He's running down through all the hoppers with a vacuum cleaner now. I can flip you guys around. I'll show you how much we have left in each hopper. There's only about a handful. So I've got my empty bags over here. On the floor of the hay barn, that's the kind of corn that's in the planter, so whatever we suck out, we can put back in that bag, use that next year, and I'll know exactly what variety it is. So let's flip you guys around. We'll take a look at, see what we've got left in each hopper. Alright, he's got row 1 done. He's working on row 2. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a couple big handfuls in each one, so we'll suck these out. They'll probably be about a half a bag's worth of corn in each hopper, and then we'll pull this over to the pressure washer, and Junior, he wants to run down through it, run across it with a pressure washer and get everything cleaned up here. Bagger down the ground. Hold it good. Okay. We didn't even end up with a half a bag there. So we're gonna put this in this tote over here.
Wait, what if we open one of those? Wait, do we have a
Wait for Tim, everybody. Got 4 guys hauling manure today. They're hauling with 2 tractor trailers and 1 straight truck and 1 guy in the field. So, got a couple guys hauling dirt too. Hauling from the barn that we're going to add on to. They're hauling with truck 9 and they have an off-road truck here too. So, Norris is helping them today. So, we're going to box up our vacuum cleaner here and pull across the road and start throwing water on this. Alright, the washing is underway. Junior, he's been running right along here pretty good. I've got all the meter units empty. I emptied all them out. I took all my little fertilizer orifices off. I've got them sitting in that blue pail right there. And he's been running strong with the pressure washer. It's about half washed off, so I'm gonna run over to the shop, check on the guys over there, and see how they're making out. They put brakes on truck 15 today, took the flotation tires off of it, and we've got that ready to go on a manure tank. So let's wander over to the shop and check on the shop guys. Alright, we're just stepping over in the shop here. Andrew and Jason have been working on truck 15 here for most of the morning. They've got the flotation tires off of it. Jason had noticed that the brakes weren't too bad. They were a little more than 2/3 worn, and he wanted to put a set of brakes on it. So Andrew went down to Fleet Pride and got a set of brake shoes, 4 sets of shoes and 4 drums. And Jason's just getting done now putting the brakes on it, and he put the road tires back on there. We're going to put a manure tank on this, and he's just getting the brakes adjusted up now, and shortly here they're going to put a tank on it. Here comes Jared. Oh, he kept her quiet. Alright, we're going to help these guys put this tank on while Andrew's washing that corn planter, so I think they're about ready. You guys are about ready, ain't you, to put the tank on? Yeah. Okay. Alright, Jason and Andrew are all ready to put this Husky tank on, so we're going to help them get that on there. We're going to lift it up with the forklift on one side and the telehandler on the other. Back the rails underneath it, and then we'll pull it on with the winch. So we're gonna get started here. Alright, so we have the cable hooked to the front of the tank. These guys are just getting their machines out of the way here now. Now we can raise the hoist on the truck a little bit and just pull the pull the tank. All right, we got this tank in the shop, and Jason's got to put a pipe on here. It's got to go from the tee box there over and up to the swing boom. So he's got to put a 90 in there. So they're going to work on that now, and they'll probably get it started tonight and finish it in the morning. So it's a little bit of a project, but I think I got them straightened around to where they'll be able to get that done. What he's got to do is he's got to cut a 1/2 inch off here, and then he's got a slip pipe to put on here so that it'll slide on that swing boom. So he's going to work on that, and we're going to run over and get Junior back on the corn planter here. All right, Andrew and I have the corn planter all washed up. We're going to run over and put it away. We've got our cylinder stops in place. We've got front fertilizer tank is drained. I've got the hoses off of the Little John or Blue John, John Blue, whatever the hell that fertilizer pump is, and then I ended up spraying fluid film on the chains, and I ended up cleaning all the orifices up for our the 2x2 fertilizer application there. So we've got all those back on. We're gonna step inside the shop here. We're gonna take a look at 15 before we run over, truck 15 that is. We're gonna look at this before we run over to put that corn planter away. All right, so Jason's got the pipe that comes out of the tee box. This is the hydraulic motor, and the pump or the fan is right here. That propels the manure out through here. And then this is a tee box. We can control this box. We can either send it to the nurse boom, which is right there, or we could switch it over, which we don't have the spread plate on there. There's a spread plate that would sit right there. Here's another gate valve that shuts that spread plate portion off. During spring spreading this year, this pipe here rotted out on Kevin, and then what I did is I took a piece of 8-inch pipe. I took 2 halves, and actually, well, it was only 1/2, I guess. I wrapped it around the back side. It got a hole on the back side, and I just put a couple of band clamps on it to seal it up because it was rotted out between it was on the front side of that pipe, which is on the other side, and then you got the tank is right there, so there was no way to weld it. So Jason's got the new piece of pipe in there with the slip collar right here. That collar there enables the swing boom to oscillate around on that pipe. There's a couple of seals in there, so he's got that all setting into place, and he's getting ready to weld it. He's got to weld the slip collar on right there, and then there's a bolt collar on the tee box. So Andrew and I are going to run over and put this corn planter away now. We've looked at this long enough. They've got to hook up the hoses in the morning, the hoses that run the hydraulic motor on the fan, the swing boom hoses, the lifting and the lowering and all that crap. So let's get over and get this corn planter put away. opposite corner. But Andrew seems to think I'm doing all right. Just gotta watch that wall. I think I can do this. Yeah, we're doing it. He's backing me up there. He's guiding me back. Alright, I gotta move this over just a little bit. I don't mind it right there. But if this thing sinks in the ground a little bit, I don't want it to be too close to the side. Alright, inch her forward a little more. Alright, so let's get all these hoses and whatnot unhooked. Got that? Got it in the top hole. Can you get it? Put it in the top hole. Push it up, then push it forward. Push it forward with your one hand, then it won't slide down, okay? All right, we've got the corn planter all in place. It's gonna sit here until the end of summer, until we put the hay equipment away, and then what we'll do is we'll hook back onto it. We'll pull it out, put the hay equipment in behind it, and then when we put this away again, it'll be the first machine out, because it'll be the first machine that'll be used, first piece of equipment that'll be used out of this building, so we'll put it close to the door. Now, got all my hoses unhooked, all my electrical lines and all that crap. And I took everything out of the cab that I regularly carry with me. In the cab I carry fertilizer hose. I got my books here. I've got a little bag, a little care package bag that's got all different fertilizer nozzles and orifices and all that crap. This here is the spare drive handles for this guy here to run the meter. What else have we got in here? Disposable gloves, and I've got the strainer for that front tank as we've drained that. So everything is in hopper number 1, and we just have to raise our handles up here and unlock this. Andrew has got the jacks down. He ended up putting both of them down. Now we'll just let this down and pull away from it, and then we will shut the doors and call it a night. Just got back. 7290's parked right there. I got my little chauffeur here. We're gonna run up and look at the barn site. They started working on that here today. That's what the trucks were hauling from that you seen earlier in the video here. They were hauling fill out from shoot back in behind our barns here, and we'll show you what the site looks like here. All right, we are out at the east end of what we call Barn 8. We're gonna add on to this barn, and this is the site where they're working from today here, haul and fill. So we got to take a couple feet out of here. They pulled all the topsoil off this area here earlier today, and then they're going to work on getting the grade set here for when we add on to that barn. The field kind of went up right here, so they haven't got to really take out as much as what it looks like here. But we're going to add on 250 feet, and I think 250 feet ends up coming out to that stake right there. So this will be the outside wall right here, and then that'll be the end where that orange stake is, just about 50 foot shy of where the other one is at the edge of the field there. So that's what we've got working on. That's what they've got that they're working on now. And I just thought I'd bring you guys out here as we're closing up, closing in on the end of this video. So get out of the sunlight there a little bit. So I want to thank you for watching, folks, and if you would, hit the thumbs up button if you like this video, and we will catch you at the next one. Thanks again.